In the dark, uncharted corners of our cosmos, two celestial titans are aligning. Saturn, the stern taskmaster of the zodiac, and Venus, the enchantress of love and beauty. This is not just another astronomical event. It's a cosmic dance that echoes across time and space. And today, my friend, you find yourself at ground zero. The 19th of January 2025. The ancient ones knew this conjunction was more than an astronomical marvel. They understood its profound spiritual implications. But as we rush through life in our digital world, these timeless truths can be lost to us, or worse yet, misused against us. Picture this. You're walking down a path shrouded in twilight mist. Before long, you stumble upon a forked road, one path bathed in soft moonlight, promising comfort and tranquility, the other shadowy and uncertain. The choice seems obvious until you hear whispers from deep within your soul urging you towards darkness. That's when you realize you're caught in an anti-spiritual trap. This Saturn-Venus conjunction isn't just about watching stars align. It's about navigating these traps that lurk unseen on our spiritual journey. It's about understanding how they subtly pull at our instincts, distort our perceptions, or lead us astray with illusions of comfort or fear. Now imagine having a compass that could guide you past these pitfalls. A beacon revealing hidden snares before they ensnared your spirit. What if I told you such a tool exists, and it has been here all along, waiting for moments like these? Brace yourself, because what comes next will challenge everything you think you know about your spiritual journey during this monumental event. The Saturn and Venus conjunction. There's no autopilot on this voyage we're embarking upon together, no room for complacency. You have been forewarned, the final warning to tread carefully. For the traps are many and the road is long, but fear not, for you're not alone on this journey, and together we can navigate these celestial tides. I see you there, standing on the precipice of a great celestial event, the grand conjunction of Saturn and Venus. It's January 19, 2025, and you're eager to traverse this uncharted cosmic territory, but don't rush in blindfolded. This is your final warning. This astral conjunction isn't simply a dance between two planets. It's an interstellar ballet with consequences that reverberate across our spiritual existence. The energy emitted during this alignment can serve as a catalyst for profound personal transformation, or become an insidious trap that ensnares even the most enlightened souls. Imagine yourself as an explorer who has just discovered a mysterious ancient ruin deep within the jungle heartland. You feel exhilarated by its majesty, but also wary of potential pitfalls hidden amongst its beauty. The same applies here. Now picture Saturn, often referred to as Father Time or the Taskmaster. Its influence demands discipline and commitment, traits we all value. But when amplified by this conjunction, it may impose crippling inhibitions upon us. Let me recount how Emily, a dedicated yoga practitioner, fell into such a trap during last year's Saturn-Venus rendezvous. She became so obsessed with perfecting her poses that she ignored her body's plea for rest, leading to injury and disillusionment in her beloved practice. Then there's Venus, sweet Venus, symbolizing love and harmony, but beware, even these benign forces can spiral out of control under its intensified influence. Think about Mark, an artist known for his passionate love affairs, who found himself entangled in one too many relationships during this cosmic event, causing chaos amidst his artistry. Now let's not forget about those anti-spiritual traps lurking around each corner. 8 vicious snares waiting to strangle your spiritual progress if left unchecked. These are not mere superstitions, but tangible obstacles proven through countless experiences, like Emily's pursuit of perfection or Mark's chaotic love life. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you are aware of these traps, the better equipped you are to avoid them. Your spiritual journey during this Saturn-Venus conjunction should not be marred by unnecessary detours or pitfalls. Rather, it ought to be a voyage of self-discovery and growth. So, as we stand on this astral precipice together, remember the lessons from Emily and Mark. Embrace discipline, but Don't become its prisoner. Seek love, but don't let it disrupt your harmony. Navigate this celestial event with wisdom and caution, for the road ahead may be fraught with anti-spiritual traps, but it also promises unimaginable transformation if you brave it wisely. As the celestial bodies align and Saturn kisses Venus in the vast cosmic ballet, we find ourselves on a precipice of profound transformation, but beware. The road ahead is not for the faint-hearted. It's critical that you navigate this event with caution to avoid falling into anti-spiritual traps. Think of it as navigating through a labyrinth in complete darkness, armed only with your intuition and wisdom. The first trap is disillusionment. An illusionary sense of self-importance or superiority can lead you astray. Just like Icarus, who flew too close to the sun, pride can cause a rapid descent into spiritual oblivion. Then comes apathy. Indifference towards your spiritual journey can be just as damaging. Imagine being in an endless maze, but losing interest halfway and sitting down right there, never finding your way out nor reaching your potential. The third trap is fear, paralyzing and limiting us from embracing our true selves. Like standing on the edge of a cliff, looking down at the chasm below instead of spreading our wings and soaring high above. Next is ignorance, choosing to remain blindfolded even when light shines around us, refusing to see reality or accept truths that may challenge our perceptions or beliefs. Fifthly, materialism may lure you off your path. It's like chasing after glittering mirage in a desert while ignoring the oasis right under your nose, getting lost in worldly possessions rather than seeking inner peace and enlightenment. The sixth pitfall is selfishness. Hoarding love, knowledge or power without sharing them erodes our spirits over time, like keeping all musical notes to yourself instead of playing them out loud for everyone's harmony. Seventh is hatred. Let me paint this image. Imagine clutching onto burning coals with bare hands, thinking it would hurt others, while it scorches only you. Hatred does exactly that. Burns away our spirituality, leaving behind ashes of regret. Lastly, we have skepticism, constant doubt and cynicism towards spiritual growth. Imagine having a map to treasure, but doubting its authenticity so much that you never embark on the journey. So, my celestial navigator, as Saturn and Venus align in this rare conjunction, remember these anti-spiritual traps that could hinder your journey. Navigate wisely, using wisdom as your compass and intuition as your guide. Embrace this opportunity for transformation with open arms, and let the cosmic dance propel you into realms of spiritual enlightenment hitherto unknown. The universe is waiting with bated breath to see what you become. The celestial dance continues, my friend. The glorious conjunction of Saturn and Venus is in full swing. Now, more than ever before, you must be vigilant, dedicated, unwavering in your pursuit of spiritual purity. As we proceed further into this awe-inspiring cosmic event, let's delve deeper into the labyrinth of anti-spiritual traps that could potentially hinder your path to enlightenment. Imagine yourself on a voyage across an ocean, the sea being your consciousness and the vessel being your soul. Suddenly a storm hits. Monstrous waves symbolizing fears and doubts threaten to capsize you. This is akin to the first trap, self-doubt and lack of faith. You must not allow these turbulent waves to drown you. Anchor your faith steadfastly within your soul. Remember the story of Lazarus. His resurgence underlines our next trap, attachment to past mistakes or failures. Lazarus didn't remain in his tomb. He emerged anew. Emulate his resilience by releasing past discrepancies from your consciousness. Consider also the tale of Icarus, who flew too close to the sun with wax wings, which melted, causing his downfall. This serves as a metaphor for our third trap, ego-driven desires or ambitions that lead us astray from our spiritual path. Think about a master weaver who loses focus on their creative pattern midway through weaving an intricate tapestry. It results in chaos rather than beauty. That's what happens when we lose mindfulness, our fourth trap. Our fifth pitfall imitates Pandora's box. Curiosity without discernment can unleash unforeseen consequences upon our journey towards spiritual growth. Then there's King Midas, whose thirst for wealth turned everything he touched into gold, including his beloved daughter. It signifies our sixth snare. Materialistic cravings that blind us from recognizing true prosperity lies within spirituality itself. The seventh hazard mimics Orpheus descending into Hades to retrieve his beloved Eurydice, but was forbidden from looking back until they reached the surface. His impatience cost him dearly. So too we must resist the urge to rush our spiritual journey. Finally, remember Narcissus, who fell in love with his own reflection and pined away beside a pool. This mirrors our eighth trap, over self-absorption, which disconnects us from universal oneness. These narratives serve as reminders of the traps that could distract us during this Saturn-Venus conjunction. But fear not. Just like cosmic constellations, these trials are merely guideposts in your spiritual odyssey. Embrace them as keys to unlock your enlightenment potential and dance harmoniously with the universe's rhythm. And so we journey onward in our celestial exploration, my dear Voyager. As the Saturn and Venus conjunction draws closer, their dance across the cosmos echoes an urgent cosmic warning. Be wary of anti-spiritual traps. These pitfalls are cunningly deceptive, designed to draw you away from your path to enlightenment. Consider this. Imagine yourself as a seasoned sailor navigating through tumultuous seas. You are aware that hidden beneath these waters lurk treacherous reefs, ready to shatter your vessel into pieces. These are akin to the anti-spiritual traps awaiting in your spiritual expedition. Now picture this. Just as a skillful seafarer relies on his compass and stars for guidance, your tools of discernment are your inner wisdom and intuition. The first trap we must address is doubt. It's like an insidious fog that obscures your vision and confounds your navigation. Doubt creeps into the corners of your mind, questioning every decision or insight you have had about yourself or the universe around you. Remember, doubting self is doubting divine wisdom within us. It creates division where unity should thrive. Next comes fear. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of losing what's comfortable or familiar, casting shadows over our true purpose with its ominous cloud. Cover. But remember this. As a partaker in life's grand symphony under this cosmic orchestra's baton, there is no room for fear in the heart attuned to universal harmony. Materialism marks another significant hazard on our spiritual journey. It's like being drawn towards a mirage amidst vast desert sands while overlooking an oasis just within reach. Our very essence lies in spirit, not matter. Let not materialistic glamour blind you from experiencing authentic joy and fulfillment. Then comes ego, the illusionary captain steering us towards rocky shores with promises of power and control. Yet it takes us further away from true self-discovery and growth by creating a false sense of identity and separation from the rest of existence. And don't forget about ignorance, the silent shipwreck lying in wait, ignoring the truth of our interconnectedness with all forms of life, denying our shared cosmic heritage. Finally, we have attachment, resentment, and apathy, like chains anchoring us to past or future, preventing us from fully experiencing the present moment's divine magic. So remember, dear Voyager, as you journey through this extraordinary Saturn-Venus conjunction period, on January 19th, 2025, stay vigilant against these 8 anti-spiritual traps. After all, your celestial odyssey is far too precious to be compromised by such pitfalls. Indeed, dear traveler of the celestial path, this Saturn and Venus conjunction is a cosmic event that demands our utmost vigilance. It's not merely about observing the dance of these celestial bodies across the sky. It's about understanding how their alignment could potentially impact our spiritual journey. Now let's delve into one practical case to illustrate this point further. Consider an individual we will name as Alex. Alex is someone like you and me, striving for spiritual growth amid life's complexities. However, as the Saturn and Venus conjunction approached on January 19th, 2025, he fell prey to one of those 8 anti-spiritual traps. Complacency. Alex began to feel secure in his progress and stopped pushing himself towards greater understanding. He allowed his consistent meditation practice to wane and didn't bother seeking new knowledge or challenging his existing beliefs anymore. In essence, He started taking his spiritual journey for granted, just as Saturn and Venus danced together across night's canvas. The result was stagnation, a halt in his once vibrant spiritual journey that left him feeling disconnected and unfulfilled. This very scenario underscores why it's essential for us all to stay vigilant against such anti-spiritual traps during this significant astrological event. Moreover, let us ponder upon another example. Emily, a woman who has spent years nurturing her spirituality with dedication, akin to tending a delicate blossom. Yet when she became consumed by vanity, another trap highlighted previously, her focus shifted from inner growth to external validation. Emily began using her spiritual practices as badges of honor rather than tools for personal development. She reveled in praise from others about her commitment instead of appreciating the internal peace these practices brought her. Ultimately, Emily lost sight of her authentic self amidst all those admiring glances she attracted through superficial displays of spirituality. Her dedication wilted like an untended flower under harsh summer sun rays. These examples serve both as cautionary tales and as mirrors for self-reflection. They remind us that the path of spirituality is not a straight line, but rather a winding trail, where unexpected turns can lead us astray if we're not watchful. So, as Saturn and Venus convene in the cosmic realm this January 19th, remember to fortify your spiritual defenses against these traps. Complacency, vanity, and others. Your celestial odyssey is too precious to be derailed by such pitfalls. As you navigate this journey, let every step you take be one towards growth, understanding, and true enlightenment. The celestial ballet of Saturn and Venus has reached its crescendo, a conjunction that is not just a spectacle for the eyes, but a cosmic call to your soul. The universe doesn't merely exist outside you, it thrives within you. But as you heed this call towards spirituality, beware. The path to enlightenment is littered with traps. Imagine being at the edge of a dense forest, ready to embark on an adventure into the unknown. You're armed with nothing but courage and desire for discovery, yet in your eagerness to explore, you forget about the potential pitfalls hidden beneath the foliage. Quicksand waiting to pull you under, or poison ivy ready to test your resolve. As Saturn and Venus align in their mystic dance, they create an enticing portal towards spiritual awakening. However, like our metaphorical forest explorer, there are anti-spiritual traps that can deter even the most steadfast seeker. Consider this scenario. You've started meditating regularly. It's become an integral part of your morning routine. One day, though, despite your best efforts, you can't seem to concentrate. Thoughts rush in uninvited, interrupting your peace. Discouraged by this perceived failure, doubts creep in. Perhaps meditation isn't for me. This is trap number one. Believing that progress should be linear, spiritual growth is more akin to climbing a mountain than walking on a straight path. There will be times when you slide back or take detours before reaching the peak. Remember, every stumble brings wisdom and strength needed for the next leg of your journey, or let's say after weeks of practicing mindfulness, immersing yourself fully in each moment. Someone cuts across abruptly, causing a surge of anger within you. Guilt follows. Aren't I supposed to be above such emotions now? This is another common pitfall, expecting instantaneous transformation, much like how Rome wasn't built in a day, nor will our spiritual growth be. It's unreasonable to think we'll suddenly become immune to negative emotions. Instead, the goal is to acknowledge them without giving them control over us. As Saturn and Venus continue their celestial waltz, let their conjunction serve as a beacon, guiding you towards your true essence, a radiant being of light. But remember, along this path, traps are inevitable. Yet they aren't there to deter you, but rather make you stronger, wiser, ready for the spiritual awakening awaiting you at journey's end. As we find ourselves at the precipice of this celestial event, the Saturn and Venus conjunction, you stand on a threshold. Not just an astronomical spectacle, but a spiritual journey that will test your mettle and offer profound transformation if approached with mindfulness. This is your final warning, a cosmic beacon illuminating 8 Traps you must sidestep to emerge triumphant. Picture yourself as a cosmic traveler, navigating through vast galaxies of consciousness. Each trap represents an anti-spiritual black hole, threatening to suck you into its vortex of negativity, fear, and stagnation. These are not roadblocks, but stepping stones leading towards spiritual ascension. They exist not to deter, but to empower. Firstly, resist the gravitational pull of complacency. It may seem comforting, but will keep you anchored in mediocrity. Embrace change as your constant companion on this voyage towards enlightenment. Secondly, steer clear of judgment's dark void. It robs us of understanding and compassion towards others' journeys. Instead, let empathy be your guiding star. Thirdly, avoid getting trapped in fear's nebula. It stifles growth and dims aspirations' glow. Replace fear with courage, the rocket fuel for personal evolution. Fourthly, don't succumb to conformity's icy grip. Remember that individuality fires up our unique path towards self-discovery. Fifthly, shun ego's pulsar. Its blinding radiance obscures truth and wisdom. Seek humility's soft light instead that illumines our true selves, without casting imposing shadows on others' paths. The last three traps: materialism's asteroid field, resentment's wormhole, and negative thought cycles' supernova, can make even sturdy explorers lose their course, or worse still, abandon their mission altogether. Resist these pitfalls by fostering gratitude for life's gifts, however small they might seem, releasing past hurts and cultivating positive thoughts respectively. So when January 19th, 2025 dawns, you won't be merely a spectator of the Saturn-Venus conjunction, but an active participant in a cosmic dance of spiritual metamorphosis. Remember, your journey is not defined by avoiding these traps, but how you navigate through them. And when you do it right, each step will bring you closer to the light, your spiritual awakening.